Hi again, everybody. It's Dietzel here from awakentheauthorwithin.com. I'm just getting out of the gym, and I wanted to welcome you to another legacy video. Today's legacy video, I was hesitant to actually give this, but I thought, you know what? I need to really make sure that each of you knows that business, as great as business is, stuff happens in business. And yesterday was one of my roughest days ever in business. And I want to share with you a really powerful concept. And I shared it on our executive mastermind coaching call the other night, Monday night. And I want to share it with each of you. And it's this. There's a ticking time bomb going off and ready to go off in your life. A ticking time bomb. You might ask me, Glenn, what do you mean by a ticking time bomb? Well, I'll share with you what I mean by that. And it's this. That you have within yourself the ability to be either make or break your business. And one of our legacy audios that we created, one of our legacy audio statements stated that your legacy is ultimately dependent on the language that you use in your weakest moment. Your language is ultimately dependent on, your legacy is ultimately dependent on the language that you use in your weakest moment. And I want to share with you yesterday, you know, there was a couple times I really felt like throwing the towel in. I was so frustrated. We had some technology problems and other stuff going on, and it was just like one of those days when it just didn't rain, it didn't sprinkle, it absolutely poured. And I realized, man, you know, one thing I've been able to do, and I share with you, is this, that you have to have redundancies in your life. You know, if your computer crashes or you have a tech problem, you got to have a backup. And that goes within your mind too. You know, the power of the FAST program, focus, action, accountability, self-talk, from the person you must become, is this, that everything that you ultimately do, and action always supports a new belief, and having accountability with somebody else, a mastermind team, a mentor. I couldn't think of the word mentor. But you know, as important as that is, that ultimately the power ultimately resides in your mind. It's the follow through, it's the self-talk. What are you going to do in your life to create the ability for yourself that when things go wrong, to tell yourself immediately, Glenn, or whatever your name is, that, you know what, everything's okay. That my legacy is going to be made or it's going to be broken in those moments of tribulation, of trial. And I want to share with you this, and finally sharing with you the following concept, and that's this, that you've got a ticking time bomb going off in your life, and it's in your mind. You know, you've got situations, if you don't deal with the dragons of the past, if you don't deal with yourself at an emotional level, that when these situations happen in life, they're either going to make you or they're going to break you. And I'll tell you, yesterday I've trained myself, not perfect, but I've trained myself to deal with some of the most difficult situations. And that kept me from throwing the towel in. I share this with you because I want to see you grow. My passion is to help you leave your legacy. My passion is to help you achieve the freedom that you have always wanted, and the freedom that I've been able to achieve. And if I can do it, seriously, if I can do it, a former vice principal can do it, you can too. For the Awakened team, the entire Awakened team, I salute you to going for your legacy. I salute you to identifying that emotional language, the self-talk that you naturally go back to when moments of weakness, because I guarantee when you're in business and the bigger you get and the faster you grow, the stronger that language is going to be when stuff happens. So be ready for it. Have redundancies, and most importantly, be ready to tell yourself the story about why you deserve success in the most excruciating, the moments in which you feel the most tired. Because when you feel tired, you'll realize that story is still there, the old story about why you don't deserve success. Go for it, everybody. Phone me if you have any questions or comments. You can phone us at 519-542-3043, 519-542-3043, or email me, Glenn with 2 N's, at awakentheauthorwithin.com. For the entire Awakened team, I salute you to say yes to your legacy. I salute you to identifying that ticking time bomb that's ready to go off and be ready to deal with it. Go for it, everybody.